see. We'll find out.
Just don't turn them off.
All right. Obviously their offense is a top offense. I looked at. They've got. I think they got 10 guys that are third round or better drafted, and all of them have really outplayed that draft status. Drew Brees was a second round guy, but obviously he's outplayed that, along with Kamara in the third round, Thomas in the second round, and they're all even better than that. They're all playing at first round level. So they've done a great job of amassing personnel, really good personnel, and then you got a great young receiver that leads the league. Was the highest paid receiver in the league for 4 days, I think. But he caught 10 passes last game. He's a real threat. Obviously, their offensive line is really strong. We know Kamara is just like the guy we played last week. Like McCaffrey is a run and pass threat, and is really good at both of those. So it's a big challenge for us, and we're looking forward to it. These are big games. We all know it. Every time we played them, it's been a big game. This is another one.
Wade, when you go against the players that you just mentioned, and even like last week McCaffrey, it seems like they're going to get numbers. How do you determine a successful day? Is it just the scoreboard and not getting discouraged when you give up yards?
Yeah, the scoreboard is the most important thing. Winning the ball game is the most important thing. You really want to try to shut down. We didn't do a good enough job against McCaffrey, but overall, obviously, we won the game and played well enough. But it gives you a chance to look at it and say, hey, we need to do better this week because they're a stronger offensive team with a Hall of Fame quarterback that thrown for the most yardage in the history of football. So, like I say, it's a big challenge. And I was lucky enough to be with Drew Brees for a couple of years, and I can't say enough good things about him. I can't say I knew he's going to be what he is now, but I knew he's going to be a really good player because his temperament, his smarts, his accuracy, all those things were there, even in San Diego his first couple of years.
When you go against McCaffrey last week and Kamara this week, do you like having that challenge back-to-back weeks so you guys kind of...
No, I'd rather have guys that can't play and play against them, No. Yeah, it's another challenge for you, and like I say, we need to do better in that challenge because, Kamara caught 11 on us last year in the championship game, so we know what they can do.
So what is the defense supposed to do? What's the approach against a double threat like that in layman's terms?
I basically tell them to point them out every time, wherever they're lined up, point them out. At least let them know that, hey, we're aware where they are, and that helps our players too. I think say, hey, he's right here, he's over here. We just a little more attention for them. You got to double cover players at different times, but you got to meet the challenge sometimes. You got to play one-on-one with them, or you got to stop them from running the football. Those kind of things. Well, with Brees, he's going to audible plays when he sees something. He's great at that. One of the best at So if he can tell what you're in, he's going to audible the best play, and he's going to be able to execute it. So that's, he's a yard a second quarterback. That last drive he went 35 yards in 35 seconds with one timeout. So he can do it. No, I remember we won. That's all I remember. And we.
A really good offense of 290 yards. That's got to be satisfying for a defense, even though.
Obviously we had a good defensive game against them, but they got all their starters back, that they had last year, and then they're playing at a high level already. So, like I say, it's a challenge to play against Drew Brees now. You saw it the other night. It looked like they're beaten. All of a sudden, he wins the game for them. They won it as a team, but he moves the team anytime, no matter how much they're behind or what. He's going to make plays.
How's Dante Fowler kind of come
Yeah, I mean Dante, that's why we got him last year. We felt like we needed a threat on the outside, and he's really he helped our run defense and our pass defense last year. I don't think people gave him credit for the run defense, but from the time we got him, we played better and better against the run. Even against New Orleans, we had a really good game. So, but he's a heck of a player.
Wait, what do you remember about that move he made at the game last year? That's been there.
Yeah, he's hard to block. I mean, if you have to hold the ball, now again, Drew Brees gets rid of it most of the time, but that was a tremendous play and a game-winning play. I mean, anytime you're in overtime, no matter what happened before, if you're in overtime and you cause a turnover, cause a turnover that wins the game, that's a big play, and you're a big-time player.
Taylor Rapp got pushed into duty a little more than probably expected when they were going out. Felt like the composure came through in that. And for a rookie, is that rare for a guy to be able to be that composed?
Well, I mean, that's what we thought he was going to do, but until they get in the game, you don't know. But yeah, he came in and played well, and that's why we played him in the game in the first place.
What do you think of how Clay's first game? I know Eric's was cut short, but how do you feel today?
Yeah, I thought again the first half. I mean, Eric was in most of the first half, and I thought communication was really great. With him in there, he not only helps everybody, kind of what we're all doing, but he says alert this, alert that, watch this like this week. 41's going to run. He's alert as to what they might run, and again, we don't guess, but we do anticipate things, and he's tremendous at that. And Clay's a really good outside linebacker. I saw where he's up for the Hall of Fame. Oh, that's his dad, right? Okay. Yeah. It said Clay Matthews. That's all I read. So. Yeah.
Weddle called himself half machine, half mutant, jogging outside on the field stretching yesterday. How would you describe your defensive football?
That's pretty accurate. Yeah. No, he's like I said before, he's a really, really sharp guy, and he understands concepts. He understands defensive football and concepts, and it's happened several times with him. He's gone up and done something that we said, hey, why are we doing that? And then after a while, we said, hey, let's do it that way next time. So he's going to be a real asset for us this year, and we've seen it already in the first half.
How important was Corey Littleton in making sure that communication didn't miss a beat? Coach McVay said that when Weddle went out, it was Corey who took over.
Yeah, Corey did it for us last year. Now, Corey's playing a different position than he played last year, and obviously he played really well. I think he didn't quite get the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, but he made 15 tackles and an interception, caused a fumble, and recovered a fumble. I mean, what a game he had. So it seems to be suiting him well, and he's playing well.
What's the difference in his position?
He's playing the weak side inside backer instead of the strong side inside backer. We call him Mike and Mo, but he's playing Mo this year rather than Mike. So, and it just shows he's a good football player. He can play anywhere, but it's a good position. It's a good run and hit position, and gives you a chance to make a lot of plays, and obviously he did. All right.
Last year was the first time since Drew Brees got there that the Saints, I think, ranked higher in yards on the ground than through the air. Has their offense?
Well, they've got a good. Their offensive line. Like I said, they're all first and second, 1 3rd round pick. I mean, they're all really good players up front. I think PFF, whoever they are, said they were the best offensive line the first week of the season. They rated them the best in the league. So, and they played awfully well. So, got a strong front, and they can run the ball. He's always run the ball, though. I mean, Sean Payton will run the ball more than you think he does, because he's not a pass happy guy. He's a win game guy, and if he can get the running game going on, he will. All right. Thank you.